Hey there, and welcome to Echoes of Age. This is the place where we talk real stuff about getting older, in a way that helps you feel stronger, stay sharper, and live better every single day. We're diving into the things no one really talks about when it comes to aging, but should. Let's jump in, Ted.
Have you ever walked out of a doctor's appointment feeling like half your concerns weren't really heard, or worse, that nothing truly changed for your health? If so, you're not alone. For many older adults, the way we speak during those short visits can quietly decide whether we get the care we need or leave without answers. And here's the surprising part: it's often not about the medical tests or the knowledge of the doctor. It's about the everyday words, habits, and tones we bring into that conversation. Today, we're going to uncover 5 common mistakes seniors make when talking with their doctor, mistakes that can delay treatment, cause confusion, and even put your health at risk. These are habits we pick up over a lifetime without even realizing the damage they cause. Stay with me until the end, because the last truth is something even the most well-prepared patients still get wrong, and fixing it can transform every visit you have from now on. One of the biggest traps many older adults fall into is minimizing what they feel. It sounds like, "It's just a little ache, nothing to worry about," or "I didn't want to bother you with this." But here's the reality: when you brush off your pain, you're cutting your doctor off from the very clues they need to help you. I once knew a gentleman named Arthur, 74, who mentioned a bit of stomach trouble in passing. Only later, after things got worse, did tests show a serious ulcer that could have been treated early on. His small symptom nearly turned into a life-threatening emergency. The lesson: don't shrink your truth. If your knee has hurt every night for a month, say that. If you wake up short of breath 3 times a week, share it exactly. It's not complaining, it's equipping your doctor with a full puzzle so they can find the right piece to fix it. Another common mistake is being too general. Phrases like, "I just don't feel right," or "I'm tired all the time." They may feel clear to you, but to your doctor, they're like fog. Without detail, they're left guessing, and in healthcare, guessing can be dangerous. My friend Clara, 82, once told her doctor, "I feel weak lately." No details, no timing. Weeks later, when she finally explained that her weakness was worst after meals, it led to a quick diagnosis of blood sugar issues. That delay meant unnecessary exhaustion she could have avoided. The fix: track your symptoms. Write down when they happen, how often, how strong they are, and what makes them better or worse. Instead of saying, "I feel weak," you might say, "I feel weak after lunch almost every day, and it lasts about an hour." That's the kind of precision that can save weeks or even months of suffering. We've all done this. You sit in the waiting room thinking of 3 or 4 things you need to mention, but once you're in the office, the doctor asks about one main issue, the conversation drifts, and suddenly your time is up, and on the drive home, you realize, "I forgot the other questions." Take the story of Evelyn, 79. She went in to adjust her blood pressure medication, but forgot to bring up her nagging dizziness. By the time she returned weeks later, the dizziness had gotten so bad it caused a fall. The irony? The dizziness was connected to her blood pressure medicine, the very thing she was already there to discuss. The simple fix: write a list. Before your appointment, jot down every concern, big or small, and rank them. When you sit down with a doctor, either hand them the list or keep it in front of you. This way, nothing slips through the cracks. Think of it like going grocery shopping. You wouldn't walk in without a list, or you'd forget the milk. The same goes for your health. This one surprises many people. You may have been with the same doctor for 10, even 20 years. Surely, they know your history inside out, right? Not exactly. Doctors see dozens of patients every day. They rely on notes and charts, but they don't carry your entire health story in their memory. My neighbor James found this out the hard way. He assumed his doctor remembered he'd started a new cholesterol medication. When James later mentioned leg cramps, the doctor initially thought it was arthritis. Only after more visits did they connect the cramps to the new drug. That could have been solved in one appointment if James had given an update. The takeaway: always update your doctor at the start of every visit. Mention any new medications, supplements, or changes since last time. Think of it as catching a friend up on what's new in your life. If you don't say it, they won't know. Now, this one's tricky. When you finally sit across from your doctor, you may feel the urge to share everything, every ache, every detail, every story. After all, this might be your only chance for months. But here's the problem: time is limited. If you fill it with long backstories or unrelated details, the most urgent issue may not get the attention it needs. I remember Martha, 76, who went in for knee pain, but she spent half the appointment describing her gardening, her cousin's hip surgery, and the changes in weather. By the time her doctor checked her knee, the visit was nearly over, and she left with more questions than answers. A better approach: be concise and let the doctor guide. State your main concern simply: I have sharp pain in my right knee when I stand up after sitting. Then let the doctor ask for more detail. This way, you cover what matters most while still leaving room for follow-up questions. Remember, it's not about talking less, it's about talking in a way that moves the conversation forward, not sideways. Here's the truth: that the words you choose in the doctor's office matter more than most people realize. They can open doors to better care or quietly close them. As we grow older, every visit carries more weight. That's why speaking clearly, honestly, and intentionally is one of the most powerful tools we have. So, the next time you sit down with your doctor, don't minimize your symptoms. Be specific, not vague. Bring a list, share updates, and speak in a way that helps the doctor guide you. Your voice is the bridge between how you feel and the care you receive. Make that bridge strong, clear, and steady, and you'll walk out not just with instructions, but with confidence, trust, and peace of mind. Thank you for spending time with me today. If you found this helpful, please share one thing you'll do differently at your next appointment in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss the next video. Together, let's make growing older not just about years, but about wisdom, health, and living well.